Welcome to this explainer, where we're about to go on a truly mind-bending journey. We are going to rapidly zoom out from the incredibly intimate, familiar comfort of a mother's arms, pushing right past the walls of our homes, zooming out beyond our cities, way past the Earth, past the 9 planets of our solar system, and flying through a galaxy of 100 billion suns. We're traveling all the way to the absolute furthest edges of the known universe, literally to the blazing quasars at the very margins of space. And then, just as quickly, we're going to crash right back down to Earth to examine the profound purpose of human existence itself. Drawing on the profound cosmic and spiritual reflections of Dr. Mustafa Mahmood, we're going to explore this fascinating intersection of astrophysics, the life cycle of stars, and some deeply rooted theological mysteries.
So you might be wondering, how long does it actually take to reach the absolute edge of the universe? I mean, it's a question that has baffled astronomers for centuries, right? Science calls this farthest observable edge the ultimate boundary. Interestingly enough, Islamic tradition has a specific name for it too, the Sidrat al-Muntaha, or the lote tree of the utmost boundary. Now, think about this. If we were to travel at the absolute ultimate speed limit of our physical universe, the speed of light, which is roughly 180,000 miles per second, it would still take us billions of years to reach this boundary. And to make matters more complicated, according to Einstein's equations, as any physical object approaches the speed of light, its mass essentially becomes infinite, which leads to immediate physical collapse. So physically, we simply can't reach it. Yet, the Quran states that the Prophet Muhammad reached this exact boundary, the Sidrat al-Muntaha, in a single instant during his night journey. How is that possible? Well, because he didn't travel using physical speed, he was taken by divine power, entirely bypassing the very laws of physics that govern our universe.
And that brings us to a massive recurring mystery, the number 7. The Quran explicitly references the creation of 7 heavens in layers, stating in Surah Al-Mulk, "He who created 7 heavens in layers." But here's the catch. When astronomers look through the most powerful telescopes we have, observing quasars and galaxies billions of light years away, everything we can see, map, and measure is entirely contained within just one universe, one sky. It begs an incredibly humbling question, doesn't it? Is this immensely vast, observable universe with its billions of galaxies merely just the very first layer? Are there literally 6 more layers out there, completely beyond our comprehension?
Now this number 7 isn't just some minor theological footnote. It's actually more like a cosmic fingerprint, appearing identically across physics, biology, and theology. Just look around. We see 7 colors making up the visible light spectrum. We hear 7 fundamental notes on the musical scale. If you look at atomic structure, there are a maximum of 7 electron shells circling an atomic nucleus. In biology, 7 months marks a crucial stage for vital fetal development. We even live our daily lives in cycles of 7 days. As Dr. Mustafa Mahmood beautifully reflects, this absolutely cannot be a mere coincidence. Numbers, kind of like the alphabets of our spoken languages, seem to hold profound, innate cosmic secrets. They are literally the underlying code of creation.
Section 1. Gravity, the cosmic grip, and star maker.
To really understand how these heavens are actually formed, we have to look at the invisible architect of our reality, and that is gravity. Astronomers generally agree that the universe began as a sort of primordial cosmic smoke. Gravity is the incredible force that begins to pull this ancient smoke together, compressing and crushing it until the friction ignites, and boom, a star is born. But what happens next is entirely dictated by its mass. You see, every single star has a birth, a youth, an old age, and eventually a death. A smaller star, it might die a pretty quiet, fading death. But a massive star, it faces a violent, catastrophic collapse.
Which brings us to a really profound spiritual resonance. The Quran states, "The whole earth will be in his grip, and the heavens will be folded in his right hand." Dr. Mahmood points out an incredible parallel here. Think about it. In astrophysics, it is literally the crushing inward grip of gravity that controls the destiny, the shape, and the ultimate destruction of celestial bodies. To put that into perspective, if our planet Jupiter were just 10 times more massive, its gravity would have crushed its core enough to ignite it, turning it into a second sun. This gravitational grip is the inescapable, defining force in the physical universe, directly mirroring the divine grip over creation and the ultimate day of judgment.
Section 2. Black holes and cosmic basements. So, when a truly massive star dies, that gravitational grip we just talked about, it turns completely inward. It crushes a star that is millions of kilometers wide down to the size of a human fist, but a fist weighing billions upon billions of tons. All the empty space between the atoms is completely obliterated, creating what is honestly a terrifying phenomenon in the fabric of space, a black hole.
Its gravitational pull is so immense, it literally swallows adjacent stars and planets whole. But where does all that swallowed matter actually go? Dr. Mahmood presents this breathtaking hypothesis that black holes might act as cosmic basements or spatial tunnels. Could these gravitational tunnels actually be the secret corridors connecting the different layers of those 7 heavens we discussed earlier? It's pretty wild to think about.
Now, to really grasp this, we've got to remember that our universe is not some static, frozen painting. It is highly, highly dynamic. When astronomers look at distant galaxies, they observe something called the redshift. Basically, the light emitting from these galaxies is literally stretched toward the red end of the spectrum. And this is the ultimate scientific proof that everything out there is moving away from us. The universe is actively, relentlessly expanding from its origins as that ancient cosmic smoke. But, as you might guess, this continuous expansion leads us to a rather terrifying realization about the future of our reality.
It all comes down to a very delicate cosmic tug-of-war that is currently keeping our very reality intact. On one side, you have gravity, that divine inward grip trying to hold all the stars and galaxies together. And on the flip side, you have centrifugal force, the outward push driven by the constant rotation and expansion of the cosmos. Right now, as we sit here, they are perfectly balanced. But if the universe continues to expand too much, and the distances between everything becomes so vast that gravity's grip finally weakens, centrifugal force is going to win. And if that happens, the entire cosmos will instantly unspool and scatter into the dark, freezing void. So let's map out the ultimate timeline of creation here. In the distant past, pure, unimaginable energy converted into matter, forming that cosmic smoke in the very first hydrogen atoms. Today, the present, we're living through a period of continuous expansion, witnessing this majestic cycle of stars being born and dying out. But what about the future? Eventually, whether the universe collapses back in on itself in a giant big crunch or scatters outward forever into the void, matter will ultimately dissolve right back into the pure energy it came from. Exactly as it began, it's going to return.
Section 3. Human existence, the cosmic purpose.
All right, let's bring the vast, terrifying scale of quasars and black holes crashing right back down to you and me, the human mind. There's this incredibly profound philosophical thought that states, you think you are a small body, but within you, the macrocosm is folded. Physically speaking, sure, compared to the universe, a human being is smaller than a speck of cosmic dust. We are essentially nothing. And yet, paradoxically, you possess a mind that can comprehend infinity. You can calculate the weight of a black hole, you can understand an expanding universe, and you can grasp the invisible mechanics of gravity. You contain the entire cosmos within your thoughts. And that gives humanity an immense, undeniable metaphysical weight. We are literally a universe unto ourselves. Which leaves us with a deeply, deeply provocative question. Think about it. A human being can map the stars, calculate cosmic forces, and contemplate the divine. Yet a simple mosquito bite can end our physical life. Does it make any logical sense at all that a creature with such vast cosmic capacity, endowed with the incredible ability to understand the universe itself, could simply be erased into pure nothingness by physical death? Or, as Dr. Mahmood suggests, what if death isn't an end at all, but merely a cocoon, a temporary sleep before a profound resurrection on the Day of Judgment? When you really look at the incredibly deliberate cycles of the stars, that mystery of the number 7, and the perfectly balanced grip of gravity, it becomes really hard to believe that the human story just ends in the dirt. It almost demands a much larger, eternal continuation. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep looking up, and most importantly, keep questioning the universe within you.